All right. We are live. Welcome back, everyone. J Bone here for Smash This Podcast on a Saturday night, right after FYTER Fest. Critical Sting. I know this isn't wrestling related, but Francis. What? He lost me. I don't know who that is. Jerry Jackson. What is up, guys? So AEW Fighter Fest. Now, the only thing I missed from this was part of the pre-show. Um, I went to go make my wife something to eat, and she says, "Oh, she wants." I came back downstairs with her meal, and she was like, "You missed a match." I'm like, well, I wasn't really worried about the hardcore match, which hadn't happened yet or was just beginning. She said, no, the girls fight. I'm like, girls fight? She goes, yeah, the girl with the glasses got attacked by someone in blue. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't tell me anything, honey. So instead of like sitting on social media and scrolling and asking and all that, I just waited till they said later that Allie attacked the librarian. No, I don't know if they had a match or if it was just an attack. I got to go back and look at it. Um, but that was cool. Allie was at a autograph signing earlier today, so she was around. So I was sure we were going to get some kind of like surprises in this. And we got a couple like surprise attacks, if you want to say anything. UFC heavyweight strongest punch ever. Oh, interesting. All right. Yeah, the wrestling was crazy. Yeah, Leva Bates versus Allie. So yeah, I'll go back at some point and and I'm sure they'll be putting clips up on social media. Um, so I don't know if that means they're gonna have like an actual, you prepped match at a later date. I don't know. We'll see. Already seeing people looking disappointed with Allie. I can't imagine why. I like Allie. I'm very happy she's in AEW. That's strange. I guess I gotta just watch the clip and try to figure out why. Was there like a botch or something? That'd be the only. Haven't seen the show yet. Oh, okay. Well, anyways. Um, well, then why are you listening to my spoilers? No, I'm happy you're here. I don't. You know, I'll leave that up to you. You just shared the video. Okay. All right. Well, I've got the pre-show. Uh, I'm sub to their channel, so I'll just watch it later. But thank you, Jackson. All right. So, and I don't even know what my numbers were as far as right and wrong or whatever. I'll check those as I'm doing this. Yes, Jerry, we will discuss that. That was crazy. One of the more shocking moments from the show as well. Um, all right, so AEW Fighter Fest during the buy-in. This first match got things off to a great start. This triple threat tag team match. At least I think that's what you consider it. Randy Hawkins, what is up? They better tone down the violence if they want kids under 13 to watch once they get on TNT. WWE has the advantage of being more kid friendly. But okay, I get what you're saying and I agree with that, but that's the thing is all of their stuff is like geared towards 5-year-olds. And this is obviously geared towards a little more mature of a crowd. Not that you can't take a kid to this, but obviously fans have been dying for some, you know, some mainstream violence. The WWE is advertising Extreme Rules. Oh my God, there's one thumbtack in the ring. That's you're going to be your Extreme Rules. And they're not even going to hit the one thumbtack. That's the level of extreme in WWE nowadays. Oh my God, is that a puppet? I mean, I don't think they have the capabilities of doing anything extreme. And I know that, and I don't think that's the goal of this company is to become the next CZW. If anything, they're just, from day one, what did they say? They want to be an alternative. I think they're doing a pretty damn good job of it so far. Let's be real. Kids play games like Mortal Kombat and Call of Duty. Yeah, yeah. My 13-year-old son plays some crazy stuff. Nothing that extreme really, but you know, it's Fortnite, Call of Duty, whatever. Yeah, I mean he plays that stuff. My kids watch AEW. They're even worse than MLW. Well, I'm sure not everything is going to be this violent. Um, and I doubt TNT is going to let them be that violent. This is probably going to be reserved for certain shows. I can't imagine every special show is going to be this violent. Um, I think some of this was done more for the sake of this was Moxley's debut, and he had an itch to do, he had an itch to do something insane. And why not put him with a guy whose middle name is insane, Joey Janela? Um, but honestly, the bloodiest part of this show was the attack from Sean Spears. Um, he hit him with the chair, and yeah, that was ugly. I mean, that was. I mean, the violence during the Mox Janela match was insane with the tacks and stuff, and that was a lot of fun. But the amount of blood that came out of Cody in the back of the head. By the way, if you didn't catch the update, I saw it right before I went live here. 12 staples, no concussion. So that's a relief because I mean, the look in Cody's eyes when they were trying to like get him to the back, he was completely glazed over. Completely. No pupils, completely glazed. It was a little scary because that was not supposed to happen. Yes, it was that bad. Cody was attacked, and we're gonna just kind of jump all over the place here. Cody at the end of his 20-minute now is as upsetting as it is once in a while when you get a draw in a match. Um, these two put on a hell of a match though. And I gotta go back and see who I said was gonna be possibly dark horse match of the evening. I think I said this one was. I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember and I can't. And I'm tired, so whatever. Um, but Cody and Darby were probably my favorite match of the night. But the wrestling throughout this whole show was absolutely insane. But when fans were clamoring for, like, 5 more minutes. People in the front row hanging over the railing. 5, give it 5 more minutes. It was so funny. And I'm like on the edge of my seat, like, yeah, come on, 5 more minutes, because I picked Darby to win. I was dying for Darby to get a win. I watched him for almost 2 years in Evolve just get the dog shit beat out of him. And now he's doing his thing on a big stage like I almost said WWE, like AEW, and I'm like, okay, this kid's finally got to get a win. Well, he didn't win, but he didn't lose, and I think he earned a lot of fans tonight because the stuff he did to himself and to Cody, um, crazy, crazy good. So then Shawn Spears shows up, hits him in the back of the head with a chair. And he hits him with, I don't know if there was any padding on the front of it, but he hit him with the back lip of the top of the chair. So that right there was like, whoa, and it just, he just fell in a heap. I don't think I've seen a guy sell a chair shot like that before. And then they showed Cody, and he rolled a little bit, and he has a spot like this, just red, like this, and the puddle is that big on the canvas, and it was like, oh, this isn't good. He didn't just get hit; he got cut. And then they sat him up and they zoomed in on it, and it just, oh god, it was brutal. You could see the skin was like open. It was, oh my man, it was so bad. Now I need to see this. Yeah, it was a great match, and that moment at the end was brutal, but no, it was probably, he should have hit him with the flat part. I'm sure it was an accident. Now I have to watch it on my phone so my kids can't watch. I wouldn't worry that much, dude. If you're feeling that extreme right off the bat, I think it's unneeded. But hey, you're a parent, you do what you want with your kids. But this was, this was a great mix of stuff. There was some insane tag team stuff. There was some crazy hardcore stuff, which I'm glad they saved most of that for the end, so that if kids were watching, then they could be like, okay, there's just one more match. It's too hardcore. We're going to, kick them out of the room, But I know there were some small kids in the front row too. So, maybe they left early. I don't know. But, but that was crazy. Yeah. In my opinion, that was, you watched on your phone. I'd say that was match of the night for me. I was really excited to see Darby Allin, and and Cody's great too. Good, don't get me wrong. You just hope Renee did not see that. She was probably there in one of those like private booths, that's like above everyone. Yeah. Unless she's overseas somewhere on this tour, but I don't imagine she is. I don't know. But this is his debut match, and I know she supports her husband. So, yeah, she probably was, and she probably enjoyed it. She probably cringed, but she probably enjoyed it. Anyways, all right. So, but yeah, this first match of the buy-in really got everything started great right off the bat. Private Party versus SCU versus Best Friends. My pick for this one was Private Party, and um, they didn't disappoint. They didn't win, but they didn't disappoint. You know, they showed off all their moves that they showed in some of the highlight reels while introducing these guys over the last, couple months or whatever it's been. Um, but man, yeah, I mean, all three teams really shined here. Best Friends came out with a win here. Trent and Chucky. I was a little surprised. So and they went out of their way to um kind of explain what's going on. And I'm not going to try to explain it how they explained it, but when they said it, it made sense because people were kind of making fun of how they worded the stipulation in this tag match. Um, it's a chance to be in a match at, was it All Out, and go for the tag team champions or tag team championships, excuse me. Um, so yeah, so the Best Friends are going to be in that gauntlet, and then they reintroduced the Dark Order again, which that was cool. The Super Smash Brothers. Of course, they can't say that because they could say that on the Indies because that's the Indies. But so they gave them a new name, and I'm good with that because I don't know these guys anyways. So I was fine with that. It's not like I followed them for years and was like, "Hey, why'd you change their name?" It's um, I'm I'm as green on these guys as anyone else. So, but I'm excited about it. I know that the tag team wrestling in this is going to be in this company is going to be one of the better ones that we see. Um, and we got Jabali versus uh, Nakazawa, and I saw just part of that. The ending was hilarious, where Nakazawa pulled the thong out of his shorts and then ended up getting him, uh, you know, had him lose, helped him lose in the long run. But that was crazy. Uh, some really goofy stuff. And Jabali actually looked pretty decent in this match. For I don't know how much he really trained for this, but he did pretty damn good. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing, but so. And then I saw the beginning of the librarian segment. I saw him walking down the ramp, and I'm like, okay. It's not that I don't like them. It's just I had other things to do. I had to go make something for my wife. So I did that. I missed the alley bit. I'll go back and I'll watch that. But Nakazawa comes off with a win here. Wait, was that right? Yeah, I guess it was. I don't know. Anyways, let's jump in the chat here just for a second. You like the theme song for John Moxley? Yeah, I know a lot of people thought they were going to because he at a couple other indie shows did some ACDC song, but I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool, but I don't think AEW is going to license an ACDC song. So no, they got some heavy metal tune. I don't know. I dug it. Sounded all right. No clue who performed it. If it was just a generic licensed song, no clue. They wanted to continue the best friend story. Yeah. That Master Bailey is going to make Cornette livid. Oh, yeah, with the thong. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that's the thing. People are going to listen to that. People are going to get upset, and I'm going to ignore it. So I'm not going to worry about it. you know. And I know there's going to be people out there, oh, J-Bone, you got to listen to what Cornette said about the AEW. No, you know what? He's allowed his opinion. You don't have to like it, and you don't have to agree with it. But guess what? You also don't have to listen to it either. Oh my God. Problem solved, right? You know he ain't gonna like it. He's gonna wipe his ass with it. So it's like, you know, whatever. So all right, now on to and somebody's gonna spit on him again. Oh, Jimmy Havoc theme. Yeah, Jimmy Havoc's badass. I'm so glad he's on a big stage like this. Um, Now, if anybody was going to get insanely hardcore tonight, I expected it to be Jimmy Havoc. But I don't think he did. I didn't write down like hardly any notes from this, but I don't think he I don't think he did anything. I'm trying to remember. This whole night was just one giant blur of awesomeness. Um so we got Christopher Daniels versus Sema. That was a great match. And yeah, you kind of you kind of assume that someone who lost in the first bit at Double or Nothing was going to get the win here. Yeah, so I picked Seaman to win this one, and he did, but it was a great one-on-one match. And I wouldn't take anything away from Christopher Daniels. The guy's amazing, and he's what he's creeping up on 50. He's like 48 or something. Um, and and we don't know how much he's going to be wrestling in this company. He is a backstage man of importance. He's a oh, what the hell is it called? Shut up, stomach. I'll get you a snack after this. Um, oh shit, what the hell was that? Jim Ross was the had the same position in the WWE back in the day. Uh, Talent, like the head of talent negotiations and talent relations. That I think that's what they call it. Sema and Daniels wrestled for WCW, so this was a battle between two Benjamin Buttons. Holy crap! Did they really? I need to look that up. No stapler for Havoc. Gonna get some sleep. All right, Critical Sting. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, man, top to bottom, just a knockout of a show. It was insane. Um, I have no complaints. This was so much fun. I would almost say, in some ways, this was better than the first one. Um, but let's continue. So yeah, Sema gets the win. And it's going to be interesting to see how, because Sema still has his school over in China for OWE. I don't know how many he's going to, Duke Togo, what's up? I don't know how many matches he's really going to be, wrestling. The only one that I've heard as far as numbers is one of the girls in the next match, Rio, and I think she's signed for like 5 matches. So I don't think she's going to be around very long, but they might not bring her back for a bit because she was in 2 shows in a row. I don't know, but man, she is so good. What's up, Duke Togo? What's Duke Togo got to say? Seaman Daniels wrestled. That's what you. Okay, that was you who said that. Sorry. I'll take over. Some parts turn me off, but I you give it a C plus? Okay. Wow. All right. That's you. Um, you would probably agree with most of what Cornette says then. Just messing with you. Um, so next we got Rio versus Nyla Rose versus Yuka Sakazaki. Man, I feel like I'm really getting these names down. I can almost say like I know Japanese. No, not really. Uh, now this one I picked I picked Nyla Rose to win this one, same as the first one from a month ago. And I was wrong, but that's okay. Um, um, but yeah, and everyone, all the girls shined in this one. I mean, Nyla Rose really showed off some good skills, and Sakazaki and Rio had a chance to go back and forth. And I mean, this one really, after a decent amount of time, could have went any way. Um, Nyla Rose and I are from the same tribe, Oneida, which is based out of Wisconsin and New York. So it's cool to see her wrestling such. What the hell was that? Is it flying here? Cool to see her wrestling. Yeah, we got a Oneida Casino up north in, I want to say it's either Wisconsin Dells or Green Bay area. I can't remember. There's a couple of casinos up north. Um, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, and the stuff that she's wearing is, there's hints of Indian stuff in there, American Indian, of course. But Sakazaki card at the end of the. Oh yeah, she. Yeah, yeah, she did. Um, I think that's more her character than anything, but yeah, the girls knocked it out of the park. No complaints there. This women's division is going to be on fire. It's going to this women's division, in my opinion, is going to rival Impact Wrestling's knockouts, and I mean that as a big compliment because I think the knockouts in Impact Wrestling are just on fire right now. The way the company's booking them. The hell! I got a fruit fly in here. Get out the hell out of here! Oh, that's why. I'm kidding. So, all right, yeah. Bravo to the women, knocked it out of the park. Rio wins this one. So that's two in a row now that she was on a winning team. That either she won or was on a winning team. So that's interesting. So that's she's getting some serious wins and if they're counting wins and losses, which I'm sure, as we get closer to television, they're gonna explain that kind of stuff um more, because they do want to treat this brand more sports statistically, I guess. So interesting stuff. Unless AEW scoops up all the Impact talent, I don't think so. Um, I know there's talk of the oh god, who is that? Oh, LAX. Their contracts are coming up sometime in July. So I think people assume that they're going to leave Impact Wrestling. And honestly, as much as they've done in Impact in the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years, whatever you want to call it, I'm good if they go. because I think, I mean, there's a couple other feuds they could have, but I say just wherever they want to go, you know? I mean, yeah, the fans are gonna throw their 2 cents in and stuff like that, but if it's a dream, like, and I've said this more than once, I'll say it again. If it's a dream of theirs to go to the WWE someday, you can't knock them for that. As a wrestling fan, I don't want to see them get treated like the Mexicools or Lucha House Party or the what the hell's that other team that they were wearing the sombreros, the colognes. Oh my god, you know, it's like can we dress up your authentic, you know, I don't know. These are guys from, you know, New York by way of Puerto Rico. I don't even want to know what WWE kind of shitty gimmick they're gonna stick on them. You know, I so yeah. Honestly, I'd like to see them go to AEW and do some of their shit on a big stage and let the fans, let the more, maybe you could say, casual fan of wrestling, um, you know, who hasn't watched Impact Wrestling for the last handful of years or more, or whatever, see how good they are, you know. So in that sense, yeah, I would expect them to go to AEW, but we'll see. You know, wherever they decide to go, I'll watch them. You know, they're top 5 best tag team around today, hands down. The timers kind of threw me off. Seems like they were trying to rush everything. The timers. Oh, well, they were doing, I wouldn't say rushing. I mean, that's when you've got a timed match, you have to, you know, announce certain amounts of time that are left, you know, if there's a time limit. I don't remember what they did in the first show. That might have been new this time. I'm not sure. Bischoff and Heyman fix that crap. Vince better wake up. Yeah, I mean, and I've said that too. I did a video on that. You can go check that out if you haven't watched it already. But I've given my opinions on them coming back to, or being coming back slash being put into uh, uh, a, an authority figure type role. So yeah, you can go watch it if you want. And a nice little discussion on that. Next, now this was interesting. They switched something up at the beginning of this match here. Didn't see this coming, so this made it a little interesting. Um, Kip Sabian joined the guys at ringside for this match, and the stipulation was made that whoever wins this match was going to face Kip Sabian at a future show. And I was like, well, that's interesting. Um, Obviously, you know, they're putting some stock in Kip then, and he's got some new gear out too. It looks pretty cool. Um, that news broke Twitter. Yo, yeah, I woke up just minutes after that. Podcast buddy of mine, Mike Larkin, told me, and I was like, "What?" I'm glad I wasn't drinking any coffee yet because I'd have spit it out. No lie, no lie. I'd have been wearing my own coffee. So we got MJF versus Jungle Boy versus Jimmy Havoc versus Hangman Adam Page. MJF coming out and doing that hot promo right off the bat. Gold. Absolute gold. This kid is, oh my God. MJ, you know, you can hate him all you want, you know, if you do, you know, or if you kind of, you know, love to hate him or whatever. This kid is good beyond his years, in my opinion. Um, I remember he friend requested me on Facebook like a couple years ago, somewhere within the last 2 years, a year to 2 years ago. I'd have to look. And I'm friends with a couple of wrestlers, but I don't bug them or talk to them. The most I ever talked to someone was Killer Cross when I was trying to set stuff up with him time wise for the interview I did with him. So I get this friend request from MJF, and I'm like, who the hell? And his name was a little different back then. It was Maxwell. It wasn't the same name, but one of the names was a little different or something. Was it Feldman, or the middle name was different? I forget. But I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And it was right after he did some kind of like highlight reel promo thing that started catching a little attention on the interwebs. And I watched it and I was like, oh man, oh, this guy is good. um, it's kind of funny because he followed me and unfollowed me on Twitter like 3 times. And I'm like, all right, I ain't whatever. He's trying to get follows. Not a big deal. But I've been following him closely over the last couple years, and damn, he just gets better and better. The only difference between back then and now is that he's tan. You know, it's like he was really tan that first show. I think he toned it down a little this one. I should ask him if he borrowed any of that spray tan from the Bucks. But hey, that spray tan's really working for you. He'd probably say something about my mother. Anyways, we won't talk about that. But but yeah, him cutting that promo at the start of all this was just gold. Great match between everyone. It was cool that Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy are being like kept together as kind of a team. I don't know if they're gonna be used as a tag team per se. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't want to see that all the time, but once in a while. But I like to see the singles matches between Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy separately. Um, what did they call the? Oh, I don't remember who it was. It wasn't Jim Ross. Someone else, one of the other two guys, um, called them the Jurassic Express, and I was like, oh, that's really kind of cool. They should put that shit on a T-shirt, and have a caricature of Jungle Boy on top of Luchasaurus shoulders like they do for the entrance. Um, that's freaking brilliant. I don't know if they're really calling them that, or I don't know if they're I don't know if they're really going to call them that or what. But I like that name. But and I was a little surprised that Hangman Page won in this one, but I'm not really that surprised because you got to keep him going strong into all out, you know. So and Jericho's going to be at the next one. I'm not sure if Hangman Page is going to be at the next one, if that's where he's going to face Kip Sabian. At least I think that's what they said at Fight for the Fallen. But I'm hoping that Hangman stays healthy at the same time too. With all the crap Seth Rollins said about Moxley, I bet he watched tonight and said, "My friend is one sick." I guess he took this barbed wire and tacks and went home. Yeah, the went home. I guarantee you that was from Vince. because I really can't picture Seth saying that. So that was probably a shot from Vince because he's pissed that he lost that because he knows what he lost. He knows exactly what he lost. But yeah, I'm sure Rollins, if he didn't watch live because they're overseas right now, so I kind of doubt they watched live. But yeah, I'm sure they're very curious to see what he's doing. I'm sure a lot of people from the WWE watched this show and then at the end went, "Damn, that was good. We need to pick up our shit. We need to work on our stuff." Jungle Boy is a wrestler that will get the kids. If he's booked that way. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, not everybody in this company is going to be an extreme maniac. That'll be a niche between a handful of them. And then there'll be like tag team guys, and then there'll be like your really top card guys. And then, the ladies will do whatever. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to they're going to cater to like all audiences, not just kids. We'll see exactly what's going on. We're going to find out about that TV deal sooner than later, but it looks like it's going to be early October, is from what I'm hearing. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's this date, guarantee it, because I don't know. I'm not like that. I'm not going to spread fake shit. Oh, we talked about Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes. In my opinion, match of the evening. Um, it was just a crazy back and forth. The stuff that Darby was doing to himself, and he got in some decent offense too. And Cody really showed some interesting characteristics tonight. We'll just say that. I mean, he's been he's been a heel before, but he really showed like his like almost like I'm the boss kind of heel, tonight a little bit. Um but I mean, and he really put I think he put Darby over really well, made him shine. I think, by the end of the match people were really cheering for Darby. If they didn't know who he was uh at the start of the match, they knew who he was and what he was all about by the end. The fact that he came out with a body bag that was spray painted Cody, one for one, I was like, oh my God. Brought back the whole feud with All Ego Ethan Page from Evolve from 2 years ago. Feud of the year. I'll say it again. Totally. Um, it's what made me a fan of both of them because the story they told over the course of several events was just priceless, in my opinion. Good shit. Damn fly. Are you serious? Get out of here. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Um, Lucha Bros versus Young Bucks, or excuse me, Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid, excuse me. Which is funny because we just saw Laredo Kid last night on Impact Wrestling. If you watched it, um, versus Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and this was fun. There was some goofy stuff in here, but it was also some really good tag team wrestling. Um, which technically they said this was the headlining match of the evening because the last match is unsanctioned. Um, Feud for 2017 was Killshot Dante Fox. Ooh, yeah, that's a good pick too, dude. From Lucha Underground. Yeah, man. Their last match was just, oh, brutal. You want to talk about a bloodbath. That is one of the bloodiest matches I've ever seen. When I don't even remember who it was. I think it was when Swerve hit the the bed, whatever, stretcher, and then bounced off, and then they zoomed in on the stretcher, and there was like puddles of blood and chunks of flesh all over. It was like, oh, yeah, it was crazy. It was that was some sick shit. That was awesome. And that finish was just, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Because I don't watch a lot of CZW stuff, and but I don't sit here and say, oh, that's garbage. It's just not my cup of tea. I'll watch some of it here and there. Hell, there's a special on powerslam.tv um that I watched partway through. I'm gonna finish it one of these days. I swear I'm gonna finish it. I might even review some of it too. It's like an 8 or 9 hour block of matches of just John Moxley from CZW. Oh my god. Whew. Crazy. Just crazy. Teen Target with NWO gimmick. Yeah, and I think kids were a little different back 20 years ago, but I mean wrestling has really really changed, over the last 20 years, big time, especially because of social media. I think that's had a lot to do with it. I just remember that it was thinking Cody was going to hit Darby with a shovel. No, that was Ali Go Ethan Page 2 years ago. Brutal. In fact, that feud was featured in the first Wrestlers documentary that's on Viceland. The first episode featured those two. So that brought back that whole feud and reminded me why I loved it so much. So I really liked that episode. That was really cool. But yeah, the Young Bucks, like I said, the Young Bucks with Kenny against Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid. I wrote down one word: insane. And I mean, like I said, yeah, they had some goofy stuff in it when because they were doing the cosplay for Street Fighter, because it's a gaming festival mixed with wrestling. So, and that's fine. I'm not that much of a gamer, but I got it when they came out. And I kind of knew who they were. They're those some of those guys are on the covers of the game, so you recognize the pictures and stuff. So that was cool. And then in the one part of the match, they were like, they hit him with this, which is like, I don't know what the hell move that is, but I've never seen that in wrestling. So that's from the video game. So that was goofy too. Damon Rocks, what's up? I love Leva, but no, I think you're missing something there. Um, um, but yeah, ton of fun. This one, Young Bucks came out with a win, and this one, man, Lucha Brothers got to get some wins. They got to get some wins in here. But there were no championships on the line here. Uh, the Lucha Bros left their AAA tag team championships at home. The Street Fighter moves were fun. Yeah, that was funny. Her gimmick is not good. Oh, you don't like the librarian gimmick. Oh, okay. I've seen her in a million gimmicks. I mean, that's all I've seen her do is gimmicks. So, I mean, cosplay stuff. So it's like, whatever. I mean, it fits her, like any indie match you've ever seen her in, she always comes out as a different character from some comic book, some kind of entertainment genre. So I don't know, whatever. So, but whatever, I mean, she's still a good wrestler. At least there's that. Um, I couldn't believe that it took this long for someone to sign her. Um, when she came out as, is it Blue Pants? Blue Pants, yeah, in NXT back like 5 years ago. And she would come out with Enzo and Cass, and they would do the fake Price is Right music, da 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 da, as she came out, because they couldn't, you know, obviously put that music out there, because it's licensed or whatever. But that was hilarious, and why they didn't keep her was beyond me. I mean, she even made it to like one of the takeovers or something, I think. But whatever. That was wow, how the landscape has changed. Um, and then on to the main event, we got Moxley and Joey Janela. In my opinion, did not disappoint. Very hardcore. Um, Even made me cringe a couple times. I laughed when Moxley started taking off Janela's boots. I was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!" Um, I saw this recently. Um, who did that? Oh yeah, Callahan. When Callahan faced Jimmy Havoc in an Impact show in the UK, somewhere within the last year. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was like one of those Twitch house shows, and they headlined it. Callahan took off Jimmy Havoc's boots and then did the tack thing. So I've seen that before, but Mox went out of his way to make sure he really stepped on him. I mean, and I can't even, oh God, just I'm like picturing it in my head. And I got a good stomach, but it still made me cringe. I was like, oh damn. hmm. Are you rethinking this one? Like, maybe I shouldn't have signed up for this. But Janela got some great offense in too. Um sorry, California. Oh, that's cool. Um you can go knock on their door. No, I'm kidding. Uh I wouldn't recommend it. Get invited to your own super kick party. But yeah, this match was crazy. Janela and Mox pulled out all the stops. There was tables. They even brought out a 20-foot ladder, and uh, Mox climbed to the top and did a elbow smash on top of Mox through a table, which Mox really wasn't the same throughout the rest of the match. Then you could tell he was like, I mean, he was maybe just selling it, but I was like, oh man, he because he hit him good. I mean, he really slammed into him. I was like, okay, he's probably cracked a couple ribs there. Hopefully nothing worse. uh Man, Russian leg sweep through the table. Yeah, Janela really got his stuff in. He really did. These two went back and forth just tremendously. Um, Crazy. I don't know how many tables and boards with barbed wire. Oh my goodness. Like I said, they pulled out all the stops, ended it with the tacks. Two huge, massive bags of tacks. I mean, that was like Abyss TNA size bag of tacks. That's like the biggest bag of tacks I've ever seen in a match was like when Abyss brought out the tacks, and it was like just a basketball sized bag of tacks, just ridiculous. As soon as as soon as Mox grabbed that bucket at the end, I was like, ooh, ooh. And the inside of the bucket is red. That's not a good sign. Uh, that's crazy. Ton of fun, and then Mox gets the win. But I didn't want to assume that Mox was going to get the win, but I still picked him. But I think Joey Janela gained a crap ton of fans tonight too, and a lot of respect from Mox at the same time. Kenny Omega attacking Mox at the end of the match was because we've seen so much in this show so far. And when Kenny was running down the ramp, I was like, oh, and we're getting this too? Wow. um the old Dean Ambrose fan in me was thinking, hasn't Dean been through enough? I'm like, well, wait, this is Mox. He can take it. And Kenny really messed him up pretty good. I thought he was gonna throw him in the pool, but no, I guess not. He just roughed him up pretty good. I don't remember exactly what he did to him. He hit him twice though. Fly, I will get you. Nope, missed. Get out of here. Um, Home Alone. Brian Firth says, "Love the show." Yeah, I mean, I loved it too. It was great. Um, I would certainly give it a hell of a lot more than a C plus. No offense, Randy. Uh, I would give this. I'd give it an A. I don't know what else to give it because I loved it. It was like I said, it was such oh, it's already hit him with the electric guitar. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, you just so much happens and then it's like you forget shit just as quick. Because I'm an old fart. That's what old farts do. But yeah, superb show. uh Meltzer's probably going to give the show 5 stars. I'm going to give it 5 stars. I'll give it 5 smashes. You know. So yeah, can't wait to see the fallout from this in the being the elite or the nightmare series. Um, and hopefully Cody will stay healthy and that he won't get anything else down the road from this because that was pretty effing brutal. That was oof. He did not look good after that hit. Staples Staples is one thing, but man, yeah, you gotta watch out for that CTE and the concussions and all that stuff. So yeah, love the show. And if you're watching this after uh the fact, let me know what you thought of the show. Um, who were your picks? Did they win? Whatever. Talk to me. Let me hear from you, all my smashers out there. So that's gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna call it a night. It's been a long ass day. Um, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Whatever. I'll be back in a couple days. MLW will be hitting Monday night on YouTube. And I got some other stuff I'm still gonna catch up on too. So that's gonna do it. Thank you for tuning in. Much love. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. We're out of here. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.